Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. This is Bubba speaking, and I hope you all have been having a fantastic week and kick-started off your weekend very well. For today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how I cook some St. Louis style spare ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain 18 inch. So y'all stick around and I'll show you how to cook these ribs. So for today's ribs, you all, I got an awesome gift in the mail this past week for my birthday from my in-laws, my father-in-law and my mother-in-law, from Cheshire Pork. And these are just two items that were in the package. I also got a few Boston butts, some Q-dip, and some barbecue sauces that we're going to be using later today on these ribs. But Cheshire Pork, it's very renowned. A lot of people use their products. They got awesome meats. So I'm very excited to use these today and to eat them. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these up, remove the membrane. Alright you all, so I've trimmed up these ribs. I really didn't have to do a whole lot of trimming to them. They came pretty well trimmed. And I've removed the back membrane off the backs of both of these ribs. And in case you don't know how to do that, just use a butter knife. Try to stick your butter knife right in between the meat and the membrane and kind of pull it up, and then use a paper towel to pull it off all in one piece. So now I'm going to season up my ribs. But first, what we're going to be doing on is a little binder. So what I have is some just plain old yellow mustard. And you could use olive oil, you could use Worcestershire sauce, whatever you want. But for today's cook, I'm going to be using some mustard. Then for my first seasoning slash rub, I'm using the Killer Hogs AP Seasoning. Just gonna pat that in a little bit. And then our next seasoning, or rub, what I'm gonna be using is a new product that I've never used before, and it's the Blues Hog All-Purpose Rub Seasoning. So the charcoal I'm going to be using today is the Royal Oak All Natural Briquets. I'm using about half a bag today for this rib cook. So I'm just going to pour these into the cooker. Finish that bag right there. We're going to spread these coals out and create the minion method for today. So I'm going to spread these out, create a crater here in the center of the coals, and this is where I'm going to pour in the hot coals once they get good and ashed over in my charcoal chimney. Alright, y'all stick around, we'll show you what we're doing next. Alright you all, our coals in the chimney are ashed over, so we're going to go ahead and pour these into our cooker. Right in the center like so. Shake off your excess ash. Now we're going to assemble the rest of our Weber Smokey Mountain. So we're going to put on the middle top portion here, like so. And I am using the water pan for today's cook. And I've filled it up probably about halfway full. So we're going to open up our intake vents all the way, as well as our exhaust up top. And wait till it comes up to temp. We're going to be shooting today between 250 and 275. So as these ribs are getting happy with the rub, you all, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Cheshire Pork from Heritage Farms that I got here. So Again, this is from Heritage Farms, and as it states here, since 1976, their family's farm in Seven Springs, North Carolina, has been specializing in a heritage breed hog called the Chester White. The breed is known for superior marbling and the exceptional taste imparted by that intramuscular fat. Decades of selective breeding and careful farming practices have resulted in the kind of artisanal product that you will enjoy cooking and be very proud to serve. So I'm looking forward to these ribs. They look awesome, and like they said in their little excerpt they gave me, there's a lot of marbling in these ribs, and I'm sure they're going to taste phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to these Cheshire pork ribs from Heritage Farms. So our pits come up to temp, you all. We're currently reading right at 250 degrees. So let's go ahead and put these ribs on. Take the top off, we'll put our grate on. Now we're just going to put on our ribs. One slab up here in the back. We're going to pinch them together so those bones can cook as straight as possible. Get this other slab here. Do the same thing to them. Kind of pinch the bones together so they can cook straight. Now we're going to put back the lid on. We'll probably come back and check on these ribs in an hour, y'all. So our ribs have been cooking for right at 1 hour, you all. And as you can see on our temp gauge, we're right at 250. So the Weber Smokey Mountain is cooking awesome. So let's go ahead and give these a look. Oh man, look at those. Awesome color. A few blood spots, but they're looking great. This bark's starting to set up. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to hit them with a little apple cider vinegar and water spritz. Just add a little bit of moisture to them. We're starting to get some pullback on the bone. We just pulled our ribs off. They've been cooking for roughly right at 2 hours. So now we're going to wrap them, get them nice and tender. So first thing I'll do is use a little bit of Parquet squeeze. I'm going to spray. I don't have a whole lot here. Just want to try to get a line like that with some Parquet. And then I'm going to pour some brown sugar. Fairly good amount of some brown sugar all over the Parquet. Like so. We're going to spread out the brown sugar where it's about the width, close to the width of the rib itself. And then I'm going to come on a little bit with some of the Blues Hog Rub again. Add a little bit more flavor of that into this wrap mixture. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then lastly, what I have here is some of spicy honey from a local honey store, Bear Hug Honey, here in Athens, Georgia. So what I'm going to do is just put probably a little line of some honey. Like that. Now we're going to place our rib here. Being extra careful, these are hot. Right on top. And any areas that are extra charred or anything like that, I'm going to go ahead and just pull those off. If there's any extra blood spots, anything like that, I'm just going to go ahead and pull off here. Then I'm just going to put on a little bit more brown sugar on the backs of these ribs, not a whole lot. And a little bit more of the spritz of the apple cider vinegar and the water. And I'm gonna wrap these up and put them back on the Weber Smokey Mountain. So y'all stick around and we'll show you what these look like after the wrap. And we'll check on these probably after an hour of cooking inside the foil wrap mixture. Alright y'all, so I've pulled the ribs off the Weber Smokey Mountain. They were in the wrap for about 1 hour, cooking steadily in between 250 and 275. And then I pulled them off after they cooked for an hour, and I've let them set, just kind of rest on the countertop here for about 30 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull these ribs out. We're going to sauce them up. And what you see here, I have some full little boats. If you check Malcolm Reed's channel, Killer Hogs, How to Barbecue Right, this is what he does on his rib cook, especially his competition rib video. I'll post that in the description box. But what we're going to do, we're going to pull these ribs out. We're going to put them on these foil boats and we're going to sauce them up. I'm going to get my full little pouches here. I'm done. These are tender, y'all. So I'm going to drain some of this excess juice. This slab there. Get this other slab here. Get some of this excess juice off from the wrap. Lay that right there. And for our sauce today, we're going to be doing one sauce of the Cheshire Smokehouse Smoky Orange Sauce. I got this in my gift box delivery this past week, so I'm looking forward to trying this. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to sauce the bottom part of these ribs here with this smoky orange sauce. Get us a brush. Go back and forth on the back side here. Try to get all areas with the sauce. We don't want it too like wet or goopy of a sauce. We more or less just want it to glaze the ribs, like so. And then for my second sauce, what I'm going to be doing today for this other slab is the Blues Hog Original Barbecue Sauce. So we'll go ahead, open this up. Oh, oops, excuse me. We're just going to pour it all on the back side here, like so. We're going to brush this sauce on the back side of this slab, like we did with the smoky orange, trying to spread it evenly among the ribs. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn each slab over. Get this top slab sauced up. Alright y'all, we've pulled our ribs off the Weber Smokey Mountain after we sauced them up, and they look phenomenal. You can see there, good look. The front rib is the smoky orange Cheshire Smokehouse barbecue sauce, and the back ribs is the Blues Hog barbecue sauce. So what we're going to do now, we've let them sit here for roughly about 5 minutes, just let them kind of cool down for a sec, and we're going to dive into these ribs and give them a taste. So I'm going to give the Blues Hog one specifically a taste first. We're going to flip our ribs over so we can see the bones. Got my old long brisket knife here. I'm going to go right into one of these center ones right here. Good cut, like so. Excellent looking ribs, you can see there. Juicy. It's all get out with this Cheshire pork. Now it's time to give this a try. Hopefully don't burn myself. These are still pretty hot. That's excellent, y'all. Good clean bite. Tender, comes off the bone really nicely. These rib is awesome. So I've cut into one of these smoky orange ribs now. Let's give it a try. Good bite through, good tender rib. That's excellent, y'all. I like that smoky orange sauce. It's a different type barbecue sauce. Excuse me. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. Hope you enjoyed the video today of the St. Louis style ribs. I'll definitely put information in the description box for everything that I talked about in this video, including Cheshire Pork information from Heritage Farms, along with all my ingredients, the Weber Smokey Mountain. But once again, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you and your family stay safe and stay well. And please like, subscribe to the channel, and leave any comments as you feel free. And hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend.